Welcome to Telluride TV. I'm your host, Colin Sullivan. It's Bluegrass time in the Valley, and that can only mean one thing. Get out your straw hats, everybody. We have some great stuff for you this week. We have Facebook Sound Off time, which we were switching up from our Twitter Sound Off time. So now everybody with a Facebook account, you can just go on, like us on Facebook at Telluride TV, and get your questions answered there. We have our Planet Calendar. We have an exclusive interview with Mr. Michael Kirkpatrick, who is the winner of this year's Telluride Troubadour contest. And then we're going to go to Kevin with the What Do You Think About This, a special Bluegrass segment of that. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Telluride TV. I'm Colin Sullivan. Let's get started. All right, so Facebook Sound Off time for the week. This week's Facebook Sound Off question is, what was the craziest thing you saw at Bluegrass? So please just go on Facebook, Telluride TV, like us on there. Go on there, ask your questions, throw your things out there, what you want to see for future Facebook segments. We want to know what was the craziest thing you saw at Bluegrass. I'm sure there were many, many, many crazy things. And we'll read your segment on the air. Now it's time for the Planet Calendar. For the next couple of weeks, we have the Telluride Music Fest going on from June 25th to July 6th. We have the Telluride Plein Air Festival going on from June 29th to July 5th. That's fantastic. That's a little festival where we bring in a lot of artists, and they've set up all over the place and paint everything. We have our 4th of July celebration, which is not to be missed. 4th of July is a national holiday everywhere, but a special one for Telluride. Our parade begins at 11 a.m. on Main Street. They head down to the town park, and they enjoy a fireman's barbecue. There's fireworks at dark this year. Thank God for the lovely, lovely rain that we've had. John Corbett Live at the Sheridan Opera House, I guess, is going on July 5th. Cashed Out, a Johnny Cash tribute band, will be playing July 6th at Club Red in the Mountain Village Conference Center. The Telluride Yoga Festival is going on July 10th through the 13th. For those of you guys who like to get stretchy all over Telluride, there's some great events at that. I think that there's one that they always do these outdoor ones in Elks Park and up on the mountain. We have the Ride Festival, which is the Rock and Roll Fest in Town Park from July 11th to the 13th. For more details and events, pick up one of these guys, the Telluride Daily Planet. Thanks a lot, guys, and we're going to come right back with our interview with Mr. Michael Kirkpatrick. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the distinct pleasure of being here today with this year's Troubadour contest winner from the Telluride Bluegrass Festival, Mr. Michael Kirkpatrick. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thanks for having me, Colin.
Tell me about, well, you're a professional musician, and we'll get into a little bit of your history later, but tell me about winning the Troubadour contest, and what the heck is the Troubadour contest?
Well, I'm still trying to figure out what winning it means. It's just sinking in. What is the Troubadour contest? It's a contest that Planet Bluegrass puts on for the Telluride Bluegrass Festival, where they choose 10 songwriters from around the country, maybe even the world, depending on who applies. 10 songwriters to come to town during the Bluegrass Festival. And
out of like thousands of entries, right?
I've been told anywhere between 300 and 500 entries every year. It could be more, it could be less. So I don't know how many entered this year.
Still, that's 500 entries.
Yeah, and each applicant can send in up to 2 songs. So
Okay.
1 or 2 songs. So there could be 1,000 songs they have to sift through.
And last year, in 2013, you were an honorable mention, as in you sent in some songs.
I did, yeah.
And then they said, thank you, we liked what you did.
Exactly, and I got a little bit of press on the Planet Bluegrass website,
Nice.
and a little bit of a resume booster for the year, 2013 Telluride Troubadour honorable mention. So I figured this year, let's submit again. Let's try it out again.
Nice, and you won.
And I won, and here I am.
That's amazing.
Feels
Congratulations.
good. Yeah.
And you, and so what was the competition process like?
The competition, which is very strange for a performer and a songwriter to compete with their material. It is 2 rounds of songs. Each round you perform 2 songs. They have to be different songs. First round is all 10 of us. This was over at Elks Park,
Yeah, at Elks
stage
Park,
downtown. And the first round was 10. Then they narrow it down. The second round is 5. And then they line you up on stage and they say you're number 5, you're number 4.
So was there like a panel of judges?
There was. We never got to meet the judges. We didn't know who they were. They were anonymous. I heard that the judging panel is made of just music lovers that aren't really educated off the streets and professionals
that's pretty
in the
cool.
industry. So you get your average, music consumer and professional people as well. So
That's very fair. You just hope that you don't like pick a guy who only likes rap music or something. At the Bluegrass Festival.
Yeah. I don't know how that would work out, but
That's fantastic. Let's we have a clip of you winning, and
awesome.
Yeah, and then we'll talk about what you won.
Okay.
And everything at that later, but let's go to a clip right now of Michael winning the Troubadour contest this year.
I only wanted adventure before another century turns.
What I never.
'Cause I'm so damn tired of waking up without you.
And in first place, from Fort Collins, Michael Kirkpatrick.
Yeah, the myth that was me is now
So we're back. That was a pretty emotional win there.
Yeah.
I mean, it seemed like you did not, because the judging was sort of like behind the scenes and things like that, you guys had no idea where you stood. There were no leaderboards. There were no anything like that.
No, I mean, all we had was each other, observing each other's performances, and from my eyes and ears, I saw when it came down to the final 5, actually all 10, everybody was amazing, and I felt so honored that I was lumped in with that group. Yeah. And then when it came down to the 5, and it was mind-boggling. I don't know how I would make a decision, so I feel like a little bit of luck, And
So it was really totally out of left field.
It
'Cause
really
in the
was.
Clip, in the clip, you look stunned.
Honestly, I thought I'd get, maybe 3rd or 2nd.
Yeah. That's so great.
Yeah.
It's been a big year for you. We'll talk about the other things, the other accolades later. But you had that moment, and you were up there, and then they asked you to perform You perform there, right? Once you win.
They actually set up one microphone for the guitar and the voice.
Yes, I know.
And I kind of had to perform like this, singing into the mic and playing at the same time. But
you'd think they'd figure out that they would need the 2 mics. But
Yeah, I don't know.
But then they were just like, let's see how good you are.
Exactly, and I didn't care. I just wanted to play that guitar, so I was ready.
You were just totally. Talk to me about now. You
sing,
had you were from Fort Collins.
I live in Fort Collins.
You were a
yeah.
Colorado singer-songwriter and have been so for like 12 years.
Yes.
But you came here with a group of people. Was there a group of people, or were there just people from Fort Collins who love bluegrass?
Well,
People seem to like you very much throughout that, and then and people on the clip, you can hear people yelling things at you.
maybe there's a little bit of a home field advantage for me here in Telluride because a lot of people from the Front Range that have seen me perform with a bunch of different bands over the past few years come to Telluride to enjoy the festivities. And so I did see a lot of familiar faces. and
That's wild.
Yeah.
And you guys it must have been great energy in the park. The Elks Park thing
energy.
is such a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounded great there. It's a nice little a little bowl, where people can sit all around and find a nice shady spot.
And what did you win?
Oh man, well, fabulous prizes.
You won fabulous prizes
Yeah.
and a vacation package for 2. No,
I did.
You won money, right?
I did. I won
Okay.
some money. I won a check, which was very nice.
Which will it's like enough to get you back to Fort Collins, basically. with
About
gas.
yeah. And I got to take a few people with
Yeah.
me in the van. So I won a check, and I got some Diodario strings.
Okay.
I got to play a 15-minute main stage performance.
That's awesome.
In between Yonder Mountain String Band and Andrew Bird.
That's amazing.
Which was another moment that made my heart race during the whole week.
Yeah, I bet
But
you.
it felt great, and I'm ready for more.
Wow.
But the big item.
For you, yeah.
I have it right
particularly.
here. Would you like to see
Yeah,
it?
I would like to see it.
Okay.
See, now I'm not a guitar guy, so I don't know. Like, if you handed me this in the street and were like, and said like $200, I'd be like, yeah, okay. But what is this exactly?
Well, this is a dreadnought style guitar built by Michael Hornick of Shanti Guitars.
Okay.
He's out of Missoula, Montana. And I believe this is around 150, number 150 of the guitars he's made.
It's
maybe,
very
maybe
nice.
less. Maybe that's the wrong number. But this is a really choice wood here. Adirondack spruce top.
Yes.
Indian rosewood back and sides. The other thing you'll notice that's really cool are these Planet Bluegrass abalone inlays with the Telluride Bluegrass on the 12th fret.
You better be careful. They might hire you.
Yeah.
You're a really good guitar model right now.
I love Michael Hornick. He is a great guy, and I feel his spirit in this guitar.
Nice.
And I'm really excited to own this instrument.
And what is this
to
now?
play it.
These have cutout. They have cutouts like in the
Oh
sides
yeah, I
here.
can see you right through there.
show
I don't
that-
know if the cameras can see through the guitar, but there's actually these holes are.
He was just lazy, right?
Yeah,
Is
he
that
was
what-
like, I ran out of wood.
It's just like,
Yeah.
this has a hole in it. No, so obviously these are for some sort of acoustic thing.
Yeah, it does something with the resonation of the body. It opens the sound up a little bit. Another obvious thing it does is when you play it, you hear a little bit of sound coming out of this hole. So it's
that's
almost
really
like a
cool.
little bit of monitoring.
It gives you like, it's like it has its own monitor in the guitar.
Yeah, but and when he gives you the guitar, there's little things that cover these up as well. So
My God,
I
that's
haven't
just
had a chance
beautiful.
to experiment with that. But if you look in there, man, the bracing is just gorgeous. The guitar is immaculate.
Yeah. I mean, this is a hand-built guitar. Michael Hornick is up in Missoula, Montana. you
Missoula,
said?
Montana.
And he has built these guitars for the Troubadour competition for the last however many years.
At
right?
least 20.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the exact number is.
So he has like 20 years of this. So there are only a certain number of these guitars because he only builds one every year for
Right.
this particular competition. How many of his guitars are in existence?
Well, the number on this, this is number 145.
145.
D47-145. So I'm assuming that last number, 145, is the amount of instruments he's made.
That's amazing. And you took this,
Yeah.
immediately played it, because this is
Yeah.
like the next caliber for you. Most people are like, I love this, and I'm going to put it aside and play my like gigging guitar.
Yeah,
music.
they play their acts that they're comfortable with on the main stage. But
Yeah.
for me, I mean, this competition is definitely about this prize for me, owning
Yeah.
this guitar, Ashanti guitar. So when I got it, I had to play it on the main stage. So the sound man set some mics up for me.
That's amazing. I bet you people are now you're gonna play with this occasionally, and people are gonna see it, and this is like
Yeah.
street cred now.
Oh yeah,
Massive street cred.
this might become my everyday performing guitar. We'll see
Wow.
how it sets in. But I mean, these tuning gears alone, it's a 21-to-1 gear ratio, which is a beautiful feel when you tune the guitar. I've never owned
Nice.
anything like that. The other thing that's kind of cool about this guitar, if you notice, Shanti Guitar's logo is a dove, and
Cool.
I'd love to play you a song about a dove that I wrote. But I've been criticized for writing a lot of bird references in my
Oh, so this
songs.
is all, and it all matches up for you.
And now I have a guitar that has birdies on it.
It sounds amazing. You're gonna play us a song maybe later.
I
on
would
this
love
guitar.
to,
And
yes.
then I want to actually cut to a clip of you playing on the main stage for the first thing. Them like rushing you out and you doing this thing like in between Andrew Bird getting set up. But let's just cut to a clip of Michael on the main stage. All right, that was a pretty amazing piece there. You performed in front of how many people? I mean, like thousands, basically, right?
Well, I think there's room for 10,000 people in the festival.
And Andrew Bird is a huge act, so you basically performed like an at-capacity crowd at the Telluride Bluegrass Festival.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was a record number of people for me.
So you're
Biggest crowd I've ever played for
That's amazing.
to
And
date. Yeah.
And your general, your festival, your life right now is not sucking.
Nope.
Not at all.
Nope.
And I wanted to actually talk about this because I went on your website when we were going to have the interview, and I'm looking up all these things. You've been a professional musician for 12 years or more, right? You have 7 albums. You've done 7 albums. That's not including like a covers album, but you've been writing for a long time. Like of those 12 years, you've been writing. You've been performing with a band, The Holler.
The Holler.
Right, The Holler is your band. You were named twice now the best male singer-songwriter by the Fort Collins Music Association, and then you're also your new album Key to My Cage, which just came out in 2013, April of 2013, was named the best folk rock or singer-songwriter album of 2013 by Colorado Sound.
Yeah.
Which, for those of you who don't know, Colorado Sound is like this. It's a huge deal here in Colorado because it's this it's a website, right? And then they have a radio connection where they're always playing, like Kodo plays a Colorado Sound bit every week, which is all Colorado artists.
Exactly.
So you were really, I mean, like, this is great for all these people who have named you best singer-songwriter and things because you just vindicated it by winning this. But this is like a pretty penultimate thing. So talk to me about how you got here.
Oh, wow. Well, support from my wife and my family, and from the universe, and listening to what my desires were, and making sure I was true to myself, and always every decision I make in my life is for music. A couple years back, I quit skiing. I love skiing, and just another sacrifice I made for music. I couldn't justify putting gas in my van to go up to the mountain when I needed it to get to a gig. So I did get to play a show in Telluride at the Steaming Bean in December, and they comped me a lift ticket. So every once in a while, I do get to go skiing, and I do throw my skis in the car on
That's really cool.
winter touring.
So you get to play. You get to play at the Bean.
Yeah.
Brian and Megan are friends of mine. Well,
Awesome.
We all started that music thing together or whatever. But like
Cool.
that's so great that you got to play there. I bet you people were like really psyched about that.
Megan gave me a room in her place.
Yeah.
And it was a quiet little winter night. The snow was falling very lightly and accumulating all night long. And I had a very intimate crowd, and it felt good. And it was maybe a little bit of a foreshadowing of what was to come.
And
when I returned to Telluride.
you were telling me that you actually went to school for this. You did some of this work in school.
I did, yeah. Well, in school, you can't, in a traditional university, which I went to Washington State University and University of Northern Colorado, you can't really get a degree in songwriting or a folk singer or a traveling musician or rock star.
Yeah.
But you can get degrees in voice. So I chose to follow the path of classical training through in college, and then after college did some opera apprenticeships.
Opera apprenticeships.
I got to sing as an apprentice for the Santa Fe Opera in 2003, and I don't really do that anymore.
Yeah.
I like writing and
But that's amazing.
performing.
See that.
But it gave me, it helped me with the technique of the voice and the endurance, and helped my work ethic, and really helped solidify a good practice schedule so I could get better at the guitar and the mandolin and writing.
You are one of the few people using your degree from college, like really using it. But you've also, like, I think that it's really admirable that you've sort of gone through these paces and you've actually worked in all these things, like your voice. I think there's a lot of people that would look at what you do and say, like, oh, well, all you got to do is, I mean, and I think it's great. You go get a guitar, you do those kind of things, you start practicing.
Yeah.
But you have a very, like, specific regime to what you're doing. And you're playing a lot now, right?
Yeah, about 170 to 200 shows a year.
Wow.
With either by myself as a soloist or with the band.
Nice.
Different bands.
With the Holler. And then talk to me about, like, you're at the Bluegrass Festival now. I'm sure you've seen music all the time. You came, when you were an honorable mention last year, you came anyway and scouted out the competition.
Yeah, I wanted to see what it was all about, and this is my fourth time coming to Telluride for the Bluegrass Festival. And my first time was in 2005 when my band Wildwood Holler was in the band competition.
Oh, wow.
So I got to experience a little bit of that competitive spirit with music. And
And so who is it that you're looking up to as a musician? Like when you're out there, or who are musicians just that you like?
Oh, musicians I like. I saw a lot of great performances this week, and Brandi Carlile
Yeah.
just tore me to pieces. I
Really?
love her, yeah.
And what was it about her that you're just like, I'm hoping to attain this kind of a thing?
Yes, I would like to be her someday. I like
You bet
her
you should tell
stage
your wife
presence. I love her voice. I love what she does with her voice, the way she controls it, and how many different tones she can get and colors to color the words, to get the emotion out from the song.
Yeah.
She had a great band too. You know, another huge influence of mine is Sam Bush,
Yeah.
the king of Telluride.
Yes, the
He's,
King of Telluride. We're going to erect a statue to him at the roundabout.
Yeah, a big bronze statue.
Yeah,
with
exactly. It'll probably just be an easy chair and he could just hang out in it. Because he's here so much. But we love him. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Anybody who comes to Telluride and becomes one of our own, we just embrace it. So.
And I also play mandolin, and you know, he's influenced me more than any other mandolin player, probably because of his showmanship speaks to me. And so I definitely aspire to command an audience and a band with a little mandolin, you know. And
Nice. And then, so you were talking about sacrifices earlier. I just want you to touch upon this because it's difficult to be an artist, because you are an artist. You are a working artist.
Yes.
You are like a musician, and so it's difficult within that. And what you were talking about, obviously, you were saying to me off camera a little bit about the guitar. Like you could sell this guitar, which you love, and you will not be doing. You will not be selling it.
No,
but
I will
like
not.
you could sell this guitar and get a nice little chunk of change and those kind of things. But now you are a professional musician, correct? You're playing a lot, and like you're making your living that way.
It's my only source of income is selling CDs and performing.
That's great. And is that? I mean, it took you how long to get there? Do you feel like?
My whole life.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to be a performing musician, you know, a gigging musician.
Yeah.
Who's professional. But I guess, you know, I was a professional river guide for 16 years.
Okay.
And I quit that a couple years ago because I was ready to make the sacrifices it took to be a full-time professional musician. That I couldn't have any other distractions. I needed to devote my entire life to the art. And I've never been so happy and never been so poor.
It looks like it paid off. It
Yeah.
looks like it paid off to some end. I mean, or at least it is, which is fantastic. We love that you're here. We love. Thank you so much for doing the interview with us.
You're welcome.
You're gonna play us a song.
I would love to.
That's great.
Yeah.
So we're gonna cut real quick, and we'll be back. And Michael is gonna play us a song. Thanks so much for being here. Congratulations on winning your Excalibur. And we could probably see you in the future.
I would love that.
We could certainly see you in the Front Range, right? Like we go on your website, michaelkirkpatrickmusic.com.
Yep.
We could see you you're playing live a lot.
Exactly, yeah.
Great. We'll be right back with Michael on guitar.
I would like to do a song about a dove. I dedicate it to Michael Hornick, who made this beautiful guitar. In my dream, I used 3 simple chords and sang out your name. A lush field for song, loving words, a melody to hear on the wind. So every time we went apart, you would have something to sing, a tune to draw out of thick air, defining your next reason to breathe. Well, I hope you know I'm out here, love, and I wish you a night of peace. I'll sing this song while you're gone. Oh,
come back home to me, yeah. Come back home to me. Now I'm calling out into the night like the dove morning in the road. Wisdom of true love in his song as he lets his lover know. Harmonized by just 3 chords, the 6, the 4, the 1. I took his feathered song and gave it words so we could sing along. Well, I hope you know I'm out here alone, and I wish you a night of peace. I'll sing this song while you're gone. Oh, come back home to me, yeah. Come back home to me.
Thanks so much, Mr. Michael Kirkpatrick. That was a Come Back Home to Me from his new album, or semi-new album, Key to My Cage. If you want to see more of Michael playing live, then please go to his website at www.michaelkirkpatrickmusic.com. You can also just look up Michael Kirkpatrick on the web and you'll find him. He plays all around the Southwest. He's everywhere, and he was a great guest. Now, let's go to Kevin for his special Bluegrass. What do you think about this segment?
You look so good.
Hey, this is Patrick. I'm filling in for Kevin today, and we're going to catch up with some man on the street here for our Telluride Bluegrass Festival. All right, we got the Ninja Turtles here right outside the box office, about to go get their Bluegrass on. You guys, what has been your favorite show from Bluegrass Festival this year?
I'm going to say Punch Brothers.
Nikki Bloom and the Gramblers.
Nice.
Nikki Bloom as well. Yeah. I think I'm a sucker for Sam Bush always. Love it.
I liked Leftover Salmon a lot, but Del McCurry keep coming back and doing the different shows. That's been my favorite.
I think I might be on my way to my favorite show. I'm pretty excited for Rayla Montaigne.
10 Minute Lens. Sam Bush with the
Del McCurry's 75th birthday at the Palm. That was my favorite. One of my favorite. It was like having Del in my living room.
Also, Bonnie, what is your favorite place to watch the show? Do you have like a place where you have your tarp every year, or what do you think?
Yeah, we got we call it the pod. We have our own tribe of people. And yeah, we have the tarp every year, same spot. Somebody runs it, does it.
Probably on our tarp. That's it's like in the midway path because it's not like too close and not too far.
Front left.
Front left.
And we've been fortunate enough to be front left the last few years. So.
Yeah.
Front left.
I'm kind of a floater. I go from tarp to tarp, or sometimes I'll stand
or sit right up on our roof.
Yeah, we like to watch it from the roof.
All right, and who is the king of Telluride?
I feel like I should say Sam Bush because he's played 40 consecutive years, and that's very impressive. But there is also many kings of Telluride Bluegrass.
Wow, it depends on who you ask. I think Mishke thinks he's the king of Telluride, but
yes, that's,
most people would probably give it to Sam Bush, I guess.
Bela or Sam?
It's gonna be Sam.
Assuming Sam.
Yeah, all the right answers. Nick, how many Bluegrass festivals have you been to?
It's going on, let's see, 14 years now.
14.
14 years.
And how old are you?
I am 18.
There you go. 14 of his 18 years at Telluride Bluegrass Festival.
3 for me. My second.
First for me.
Nice.
Nice.
4 years in a row.
4 years in a row.
This is the third one.
Number 3.
Yeah.
Both of us.
This is the best party on the planet if you like music.
I'm Colin Sullivan, and this has been your Telluride TV for the week, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks a lot to Mr. Michael Kirkpatrick, who came on here. He's the winner of the Telluride Troubadour contest this year. And remember, we have Facebook Sound Off time now, so get on there, answer our question of what was the craziest thing that you saw at Bluegrass, so that we can get that on for next week. Thanks a lot to all of our interns here. We have Carly, Max, Kevin, and Miss Charlotte, who's on that camera right there. Thank you very much. This is Colin Sullivan reminding you that smoking grass is legal, but smoking bluegrass is better. Thanks a lot, ladies and gentlemen. Bluegrass out.
Hi, my name is Charlotte. I'm an exchange student from New Zealand. I love to make movies, especially editing. When I'm in my happy place, that's where I am. I'm editing. And I also love to act a lot.
Hi, I'm Kevin. I'm a local filmmaker here in the town of Telluride, and honestly, I just want to have a great time with my friends making films all the time, all day, every day.
I am Yolana, and I used to work for television in Europe. I miss it, and I love television, and I love Telluride, so this is a shoe-in. Thanks for watching.
Hi, I'm Carly. I study broadcast production at University of Colorado. I love live television, and I hope to one day direct live concerts for TV. Thanks for supporting Telluride TV.
Yo, my name is Kevin. I work from 7 to 11. I'm now working for Telluride TV. I'm a host of a show, so you better know, you better tune in to watch me.
What?